Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to solve this kind of differentiation and integration topics. Okay, so this is basically AddMath question, right? Because it is under differentiation and integration, so this is actually SPM level. But we are now going to solve this question. So question number one. So actually all three questions are similar, but they are different in the way of the function and also the value which evaluates the function or the derivative function at certain value, right? So it's the value are distinct, right? So question one, okay, if function f of x is x plus 9 over x, okay, find the f prime of x and f prime 2. Okay, so this is actually quite easy. So if we have function f of x, x plus 9 over x, we need to find the first derivative. Okay, so first derivative is basically the derivative of x itself, which is 1, plus the derivative of, so this is actually x plus 9 times x to the power of minus 1, like that. So the rule of thumb for the differentiation is this power, right? Okay, so actually it is 9 over x, but I just changed the expression to be x to the power of minus 1. So you need to remember the basic of the index. Okay, so if you have 1 over a, this is actually equivalent to a to the power of minus 1. Okay, a to the power of minus 1, like that. Okay, like so if you have, for example, 1 over a to the power of b, so this is actually equivalent to a to the power of minus b, like that. Okay, but this is actually 1, so it is minus 1. Okay, like that. So this index or the power you can bring in front, multiply with 9. Okay, if you want to find the derivative or the differentiation, so 9 times negative 1 is basically negative 9. Okay, 9 times negative 1 is negative 9 times with x. Okay, so after you bring the power in front, it's become less than you need to subtract it from 1. Okay, so you need to minus 1. Okay, so it is decreasing by 1. Okay, so minus 1 minus 1, so this is minus 1 subtract with minus 1 is basically minus 2. Okay, so you can rewrite this as 1 minus 9, so x to the power of minus 2, you can convert it back to be a fraction like x squared, like that. So this is the same thing. Okay, so f prime of 2 is basically, you just subs in the value of 2, 1 minus 9 over, so this is 9, alright, it's 9 over x squared. So x is 2, then you square it, which is 1 minus 9 over 4. So you just press your calculator, so this is actually 4 over 4 minus 9 over 4, which is negative 5 over 4. Alright, so it's very simple, right? Alright, for question B, so the function is f of x is minus 4 over x squared, so you can rewrite this as minus 4 times with x to the power of minus 2. So remember our power rule, the indices rule, which is if you have 1 over b to the power of c, for example, this is actually b to the power of minus c. Okay, right, so let's take the first differentiation or the first derivative. So this is minus 4, and you need to remember that the power you need to bring in front and multiply with minus 4. Okay, so it's minus 2, bring in front, times with minus 4. we still have x to the power of minus 2. Don't forget, you need to subtract 1 from the original power. So it's minus 2, subtract with minus 1. So we have minus 4 times minus 2 is basically plus 8 or positive 8. X to the power of minus 2 minus 1, which is minus 3. Okay, so this is 8 over x to the power of 3. So this is the same thing, alright? I'm using this rule. Okay, because the question wants to find f prime of negative 1, so just substitute negative 1 inside. So it's negative 1 to the power of 3. Okay, so 8 negative 1 to the power of 3 is negative 1, which is negative 8. Alright, so the last question is question 3. So if f of x is 3x cubed, is it minus 5x squared plus square root of x? So if you remember from your math class, so if you have square root of, for example, square root of a, this is actually equals to a to the power of 1 half. Okay, a to the power of 1 half. So if you have square root of x, it is x to the power of 1 half, or x to the power of 1 over 2. And then you need to divide all by x. Okay, so each term you can divide by x to the power of 1 basically. So 3x cubed divided by x minus 5x squared divided by x plus x to the power of minus half divided by, sorry, it's not minus half, it's only 1 half. Okay, 1 half over x. Okay, so if you still remember the indices rule, okay, I hope you still remember, right? So let me write it here probably. So the indices rule says that when you have, for example, y to the power of a, we can use y to the power of d divided by y to the power of e. So this is y to the power of e. So whenever you have same index, so the index, not the same index, if you have the same base, so the base is y and this is y, on the top and the bottom of a fraction, so you can just subtract the power individually, like y to the power of d minus e, like that. Okay, so the same thing applies. So this is actually power of 1, x to the power of 1, right? So you can do like 3x to the power of 3 minus 1, okay, 5x to the power of 2 minus 1 plus, okay, x to the power of 1 over 2 minus 1, like that. So this is 3 x to the power of 2 x squared minus 5x to the power of 1, like that, plus x to the power of, so 1 over 2 minus 1 is basically minus 1 over 2. So we are ready to differentiating with respect to x, alright? So first derivative of x is actually, if you still remember what I'm saying just now, so the power bring in front times with 3, so you have 6x to the power of, so decreasing by 1, okay, the power decreasing by 1, which is 2 minus 1, which is 1, okay, or you don't have to write it, it's okay. So this actually, the second term is to the, x to the power of 1, right? So 1 bring in front, so negative 5 times with 1 is 5, so x to the power of 1 minus 1, so x to the power of 0, which is, so you need to remember the basic rule that anything you power with 0 is basically 1, okay, so this is actually 1, okay, so 5 times 1 is 5, okay, plus x to the power of minus half, okay, so the minus half over here you need to bring in front, so it's minus half, which is minus 1 over 2 x to the power of, so the power decreasing by 1, so negative 1 half minus 1 is negative 3 over 2, right? So it's 3 over 2. Okay, because the question wants to find the first derivative and also the first derivative at x equals to 2, so you just substitute the value of 2 lah. So f prime of 2 is it? Yep. So just substitute the value of 2 inside here and there. Okay, so you have 6 2 minus 5 minus 1 half, so it's 2 to the power of minus 3 over 2. So you can just press the calculator. So let me find my calculator. Okay, so I got about 6.823. So this is the decimal value. Okay, alright, so I think that's all for my video. Okay, so yeah, I hope you can understand my explanation very well and you can easily apply it, and apply it during your practice without referring to any references for a while, right? So yeah, you need to learn to understand, okay, the basic and also the what I call the foundation of the math. Okay, even though you are learning about differentiation and integration, you need to have the solid understanding on the previous topics that you have learned. For example, in this question is about index, okay, index and the basic of algebra also, right? So alright, so that's all from my video. Thank you.